me ask a last question to both of you. We've been spending a lot of time over the past year on the question of what are going to be the most urgent issues that face the next president, and what are ways that the next president, whoever that may be, can or should approach these most central issues. If you had that moment 2 weeks after the inauguration and you were sitting down with either of them and you were giving the benefit of the doubt that they actually wanted to know what you thought and they might actually act on it. Start with you, Ryan. What would that capsule advice be to the next president?
In terms of political reform?
Yeah, how to confront the situation that you guys have mapped out here today.
You know, I think most presidents don't really want to spend a lot of political capital on political reform.
But if you were saying, I'm going to press you on this, but you're sitting there and you're saying, look, I know most presidents don't want to spend any political capital on reform.
Is there a single?
But I want you to be a great president. A president will be remembered a century from now for how they respond to this moment in time.
My advice would be the presidential system, as a lot of political scientists have long known, is inherently unstable if the parties are completely polarized, because you're inevitably going to be pitting Congress against the president. This is why parliamentary systems don't have that concern, right? And so I would tell them that the single most important thing for you to do is make sure that Congress is controlled by your party. Because the only way to get things done right now in our modern system is when you have one party control in Washington. Everything works then. 2009, 2010 was an incredibly effective period when legislation actually got passed and problems were identified and solved. Absent that, there's no magic political reform that will get our system, working along the lines that Jonathan outlined.
John?
Yeah, I think I'm with Ryan on that. The search for magic bullets and the headline that fixes it is the wrong thing to do. It took us 40 or 50 years of working really hard and really gradually to get us to the state of chaos that we're in now, and it's going to take time to get back, and it's going to take a lot of persuasion by people like me, and hopefully soon when he comes around, Ryan, to get the public to start doing a rethink. As to your question, it matters who the president actually is. If it's Trump, I don't think he can govern. Even if there is a Republican Congress, the party will be far too divided. I think we'll have chaos in government. If it's Hillary Clinton, she'll also have a hard time with at least one Republican chamber. And I guess I'd suggest to her to find a couple of things that are doable. She won't have an emergency, we think, which is a great advantage for an incoming president, which means she might be able to pick one or two things. Maybe it looks like tax reform, that she can work on with Republicans in a constructive way and start to see if she can get some of the negotiating to start up again.
Yeah, until compromise and negotiation is no longer a dirty word for one or both parties, nothing will get done in Washington. And right now, a core Republican belief is that if you compromise with Democrats, you have betrayed your principles. And our government can't run if that's a premise.